Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors. Present colors. The invocation will be delivered by the Reverend Dr. Bernard L. Richardson. Dr. Richardson is the Dean of the Andrew Rankin Memorial Chapel on the campus of Howard University.
You may be seated. Let us pray. Most gracious and loving God, you are the giver of every good and wonderful gift. We thank you for the gift of this 155th commencement convocation. We give you thanks for the visionary and creative leadership of our President, Wayne A.I. Frederick, who has faithfully and courageously guided us through this difficult yet significant time in the history of Howard University. We give thanks for our Board of Trustees, administrators, and staff whose efforts during these challenging times have made a great university even greater. We give thanks for our faculty, for their commitment to excellence, and for what they have poured into the minds and hearts of these soon-to-be graduates of Howard University. We give thanks for the parents, guardians, and loved ones of the class of 2023. Their prayers, support, and sacrifices have made this day possible. We thank you that their dreams have been realized and their sacrifices have not been in vain. And now, O Lord, we give thanks for this courageous, resilient, and historic class of 2023. We give thanks that when future generations ask who they were, with biblical imagery, the response will be, these are they. These are they who survived, who studied, persevered, and excelled amid a global pandemic. These are they who overcame the challenges of social distancing. These are they who had to endure racially motivated bomb threats and cyber attacks. These are they who witnessed justice dying on the streets of our cities and long-held freedoms and voting rights being stripped away. These are they who marched and raised their voices to remind the nation that Black lives do matter. Declaring by their actions that they are determined to make this nation and the nations of your world what they never have been, but still must be. These were they who had their dreams deferred. These were they who were forced to dream new dreams. But with disciplined minds and hearts, they kept studying. And with grace from you, O God, they overcame. And through it all, members of the class of 2023 grew stronger, not weaker, believing in themselves, believing that they were called to be educated at Howard University for such a time as this. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, they have already come. Even in this moment, our souls look back and wonder how they made it through. But in the words of our forebears, you, O God, were able to make a way out of no way. And in rightful recognition, the 46th President of the United States of America, Joseph R. Biden, is here to bear witness to this remarkable achievement. And now shaped and molded by adversity, they have now positioned themselves with a Howard University education to do great and marvelous things in the service of humankind. And by your grace, O God, we believe they will. These are they who will. Thank you for the class of 2023. Thank you for what our eyes will see, our ears will hear, and our hearts will feel during this 155th commencement convocation. And in your name we pray, amen.
The 17th President of Howard University, Dr. Wayne A.I. Frederick.
Good morning and welcome to the 155th Commencement Convocation of Howard University. I'm going to throw a little bit of an audible here. I'm going to ask the President of HUSA, Jordan Allen, to come to the podium to give you very brief, unprepared remarks. So I'm asking her for forgiveness before I ask her for permission.
First, giving honor to God for bringing all of us here on this wondrous occasion, to the 46th President of the United States, President Joe Biden, and to all parents, faculty, and most importantly, the class of 2023. Sorry. Good morning. Each and every one of you should be very proud of making it this far. I'm super excited to see where you all go in the future, and congratulations.
While I know we were all excited to be back on the yard for our first full capacity commencement since the pandemic, we are grateful for the opportunity to utilize the beautiful Capital One Arena literally down the street from our campus. The weather forced us to call it audible, but it is always good to have strong partnerships on a professional level and friendships on a personal level. So I want to take a moment to thank Ted Leonsis and the Monumental Sports and Entertainment team for their support in relocating today's commencement. What you've done today is a true act of service for our graduates at our university, so thank you, Ted. I also want to take the opportunity to thank the university staff for turning this all around on such short notice. You are all the best staff any university could assemble. And I'm extremely appreciative of your hard work, so please give them a warm round of applause for such a quick turnaround. And speaking of our graduates, with the class of 2023, please stand so that we can give you the appropriate applause. And while you sit, I would like the family and friends of the class of 2023 to stand in recognition of the journey you've taken alongside your graduates. There's a lot that goes into graduating a class, so let us also show our appreciation for the staff and the administrators who have been essential behind the scenes helping the university develop its new normal today. We continue to honor our faculty members, and we will do that again today. And as has been a tradition during my presidency, I believe that it is important for us to recognize that we have the most illustrious faculty in the nation. So with that in mind, let us give profound thanks to our distinguished faculty, professors, and lecturers who have shaped so much of our education. Thank you, and will the faculty stand? President Biden might be the largest number of faculty I've seen at commencement. We can't forget our alum and our donors, proud members of our Howard family devoted to ensuring many of the graduates in this room would not be obstructed by cost or financial burden. And these individuals continue assisting Howard to fulfill our solemn duty to provide opportunity to those who would not receive it anyplace else. And to all those who help enlighten and educate our students, who help keep them happy, healthy, and safe, secure, we thank you as well. So let us give our alum a warm round of applause and welcome. On a personal note of privilege, I want to thank my wife for her unrelenting support and for being an incredible mother to our two children. You have given more of yourself to this university than most will ever know, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you've done over the years. So a happy early Mother's Day to you and to all the mothers and mother figures celebrating with us today. Happy Mother's Day. In his 1965 commencement speech to Howard University, President Lyndon B. Johnson said the following: American justice is a very special thing. For, from the first, this has been a land of towering expectations. It was to be a nation where each man could be ruled by the common consent of all, enshrined in law, given life by institutions, guided by men themselves, subject to its rule. And all of every station and origin would be touched, equally in obligation and in liberty. Nearly 50 years later, we still aspire toward those towering expectations, but servant leaders like President Joe Biden have been instrumental in making those lofty goals our shared reality. In his first 2 years, he has accomplished a number of historic legislative victories, including the American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan. These investments include major plans for post-secondary education, including for historically black colleges and institutions. Bridging that education gap is crucial to our future, and it is heartening that President Biden and his administration do not just understand it, but are actively doing something about it. And even brighter future lies ahead for our people in our university, and it is because all in this year, in this year's graduating class. In your quiet moments, I encourage you to reflect on our university's motto and your personal mission. To persevere under our current global conditions requires more than ambition and personal will. It necessitates a deep understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Higher education certainly provides an opportunity to better ourselves as individuals. But most importantly, these formative years can draw us nearer to our vocations and help us discern our answer to one of life's most important questions. What is the difference that I am supposed to make in the world? As you close this chapter at your soon-to-be alma mater, I hope that your education has awakened in you a purpose that will carry you forward in life. As I close, I have been thinking a lot recently about I've been to the mountaintop, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s final speech in Memphis before his 1968 assassination. Just a couple weeks ago, I had the opportunity to speak at the University of Tennessee Health Sciences, and as part of that event as a visiting professor, I had the awesome and humbling opportunity to visit the Civil Rights Museum. A Howard alum was the curator and would take me on a personalized tour, and did something that totally touched me. One of Dr. King's greatest orations, I find, is sometimes gets lost among his other iconic speeches. I visited that Lorraine motel recently, as I said, and got a bit of that historical context firsthand. She allowed me to stand on that same balcony where Dr. King stood. And with tears rolling down my face, it made me realize that apparently on that day, Dr. King had been feeling ill in the lead up to the speech, sending Jesse Jackson and Andrew Young ahead to deliver the message. But upon reaching the venue where the speech was scheduled, they called back to Dr. King and encouraged him to come address the masses, knowing they'd draw the best out of him. And the rest, as they say, is history. Dr. King's conclusion to that speech that day has been since deemed prophetic. We've got some difficult days ahead, he said, but it doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. And I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. And longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. I pray to have many more days ahead of me, and I will forever be an active member of this Howard family. But as Dr. King said, it doesn't matter with me anymore, because this university will begin a bright new chapter under the stellar leadership of Dr. Ben Vincent III at the helm this fall on September 1st. So let's give him a round of applause. Most transitions come with a hiccup or two, but I trust that we will reach that promised land. And we will get there not just because of the university president or the faculty or even the students, but as one collective body, all striving to do what is necessary to continue pushing Howard forward. And that starts with amplifying each other's humanity and leading with love. So congratulations once again to all the graduates for earning their degrees, and congratulations to our Howard community for making this day possible for so many deserving students. HU! Congratulations to the class of 2023. Remarks will be delivered by the chairman of the Howard University Board of Trustees, Dr. Lawrence C. Morse.
Good morning. President Biden, students and alumni, administrators, faculty and staff, family and friends, It is both a privilege and a pleasure to be with you on this joyous occasion, and to welcome you on behalf of the Howard University Board of Trustees. While the rain may have prevented us basking in the radiance of Yard's upper quadrangle, no amount of precipitation can dampen our spirits on the day of this commencement convocation. Not only is it wonderful to gather once again with so many in our extended Howard University community, but the class of students whose graduation we've gathered to celebrate deserve nothing short of the fullest extent of our enthusiasm. Speaking of us, please allow me a moment of personal privilege to recognize the Howard University 50th reunion classes of 1971 and 72 who were unable to come back last year and the year before due to COVID, but are here with us today, and my own reunion class of 1973. Will all members of the combined classes of 71, 72, and 73 who are in attendance please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you. To my own classmates, can you all believe it was really 50 years ago since we were sitting in your seats, listening to our orator for the day, the renowned thespian, Mr. Ossie Davis. Both sad that this chapter was ending, but excited that we were soon to graduate from the Howard University. As I look at this year's graduates, I'm reminded why so many of us have remained steadfast in our support of Howard through the years, and how our efforts as the Board of Trustees seek to advance the future of the university. Days like these are essential for connecting our university's extraordinary past with its equally vibrant future. Friends, this campus has evolved in innumerable ways since we once roamed Douglas Hall and crammed for exams in the Founders Library. But I'm delighted to tell you that the spirit undergirding this university remains unchanged. The class we celebrate today, the magnificent class of 2023, has demonstrated grit and determination, and above all, a sincere love for the Mecca. Many, if not all of you, started this journey in a completely different world. Before the global pandemic demanded we close down our beloved campus and temporarily shift to remote learning. Between Zooms and FaceTimes, group texts and direct messages, you did whatever it took to continue your educations and make it back here to your shared home. For your efforts, not only are you experiencing the first full capacity commencement convocation since 2019, you're soon to receive the distinct honor of being alumni of this distinguished and storied institution, alongside so many others in attendance today. Please give yourselves a warm round of applause. As I said previously, this year's graduating class deserves nothing less than our full enthusiasm. Please give them a warm round of applause. The perseverance you all have shown in reaching today's commencement only validates your readiness to make a positive impact in your communities locally, nationally, and around the globe. Our university graduates are trailblazers by definition, guided by our core values: excellence, leadership, truth, and service. For generations, our venerated alumni have proven what is possible with an education from this university. And as you prepare to join our ranks, please keep in mind that future generations of Bison are looking to follow in your footsteps. Never forget that once Howard becomes your home, it will continue to serve as one for the rest of your lives. The Mecca will always be a place of return for you, both with respect to the physical boundaries of her campus and in the spirit of belonging that members of the Howard family carry with us, no matter where we are in this country or around the globe. When you encounter challenges and resistance to your life's mission, you need only look homeward to remember what you've already overcome. Before I end, I must recognize our great 17th president, Dr. Wayne A.I. Frederick, as he prepares to depart his post in September of this year. Dr. Frederick, the near and long-term outlook for Howard University has never been brighter, thanks to your extraordinary leadership of our alma mater over the last 9 years. It has been both a privilege and a pleasure working alongside you for the betterment of Howard University. And on a personal note, I will miss your daily presence on campus, as no doubt will the university. While we're eager to welcome Dr. Benson over the coming weeks and months, please know that you have left an indelible legacy, one that cannot be duplicated. Thank you for your service to Howard University. To the members of the class of 1973, congratulations again on your golden reunion. It is a pleasure to count myself among such an illustrious cohort. And to the members of the magnificent class of 2023, know that your long walk, the one you've trod from matriculation to graduation, has been unlike any other in the history of our university. And as you near its completion, I commend you once more. Congratulations and Godspeed.
The student welcome will be delivered by Serena A. Medor, a Doctor of Pharmacy candidate in the College of Pharmacy.
Good morning, President Joe Biden, President Frederick, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty and staff, family and friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2023. Welcome to the 155th commencement and convocation ceremony for the Howard University. It is my honor to stand before you today, not just as the president of the College of Pharmacy student body, but also a member of this graduating class. While our journey to Howard vary greatly, we all share one thing in common: the desire to pursue excellence in education, which will equip us with the tools to embark upon a future distinguished by success. Growing up, I had the privilege of living overseas and experiencing many different cultures and experiences. And while I forever cherish those experiences, it was not always easy to navigate relationships and find my place. However, once I walked through the doors of Chauncey I. Cooper Hall and saw all the other students with the same desire to excel, I knew I was on the right path. I knew I found my place. Coming to Howard allowed me to find me. I found my voice and my passion. I appreciate Howard because it has always celebrated and embraced the idea of differences. Differences are valued and respected, and our shared desire to learn even as we struggle together created a bond that prepared us to meet challenges on the next phase of our lives head on. This journey has tested us literally and figuratively. There were many times when we doubted ourselves, even maybe questioned if we would succeed in our relative programs. There were many times we got the results we wanted. There were many times we didn't get the results we wanted, even after putting hours upon hours of study. If you don't get the results you want, keep aiming for success and keep showing up for yourself every day. In the words of the late, great Kobe Bryant, we all have self-doubt. We don't deny it. But you also don't capitulate to it. You embrace it. Thank you to the graduating class of 2023 for being a pillar of support and accountability for your classmates. No matter where you're from in this world, we are all able to come together, standing side by side, supporting each other through every exam, presentation, and meltdown. To make it here today. We did it, Joe. Thank you to Howard University faculty and administration for teaching us what it really means to be a bison, excellence in truth and service. Thank you to our family and friends for your support, because without you, none of us would be here today. I also want to give a shout out to all the mothers and mother figures here with us today. Happy Mother's Day. Once again, congratulations to the graduating students from the colleges of Arts and Sciences, the Business School, Communications, Venture history, divinity, education, engineering, architecture, fine arts, the graduate school, School of Law, College of Medicine, Nursing and Allied Health, Social Work, and last but certainly not least, Pharmacy. Class of 2023. HU.
The Howard University Concert Chorale with Symphonic will perform Peter J. Wilhowski's The Battle Hymn of the Republic. Dr. Eric O. Poole conducting. President Wayne A.I. Frederick.
Vice Chair Leslie Hale, please present the Honorable James E. Clyburn. The Honorable James Enos Clyburn, iconic, awe-inspiring political servant leader, fierce advocate for social justice, civic and human rights, charismatic, articulate orator, courageous visionary, astute diplomatic strategist, and consensus builder. Your universal mission of equality for all citizens, as guaranteed by the United States Constitution, has guided your stellar service for 3 decades as the first African-American congressional representative from South Carolina since 1897. Your hallmarks of intellect, dynamic leadership, superb integrity, and unwavering determination have assured your place in the annals of American history and the global community. Your life and career, passionate, hard work, noble commitment, and tenacity stand as living proof that the American dream can be realized. You said, "Throughout my service in Congress, I have fought to ensure the federal government invests in all communities, especially those that have been historically neglected, and to guarantee America's greatness is accessible and affordable to all." A 2-time majority whip from 2007 to 2011 and 2019 to 2023, in your 16th term, you now hold the number 3 party position of Assistant Democratic Leader. It was your endorsement of U.S. President Joseph R. Biden 3 days before the South Carolina Democratic primary that is credited with his successful win at a time when the race to capture the all-important nomination seemed lost. Due to your efforts, the Biden presidential campaign gained new life and ultimately was resurrected to win the overall election, creating a reality today. Your wise counsel also led to President Biden's support for the first ever African-American female candidate to the U.S. Supreme Court, Ketanji Brown Jackson, now Associate Justice of the highest court in the land. A revered power broker, your representation of the South Carolina 6th Congressional District is legendary, and as you champion healthcare, education, civil and voting rights, rural and economic development, and crucial historic preservation and restoration, including the Gullah culture of your state. Numerous buildings and campus sites at historically black colleges and universities have been restored thanks to your efforts. You supported the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal 2023, which includes authorizing more than $110 million for HBCUs and $14 million for community projects in your 6th district. A native of Sumter, South Carolina, you credit the nurturing support of your civic-minded activist peers for your solid foundation of family, faith, and success. A born leader destined for greatness, your journey includes President of the NAACP, you chapter at age 12, student leader and activist at South Carolina State University in Orangeburg, leading protest marches and being jailed, first African-American advisor and then Human Affairs Commissioner to South Carolina Governor John C. West, and later to 3 subsequent governors, including 2 Republicans. Co-president of the 1993 Congressional Freshman Class, chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus in its critical developmental years, and chairman of the House Democratic Caucus. You have tirelessly dedicated every fiber of your being to achieving equal justice for all. And in your autobiography, Blessed Experiences, Genuinely Southern, Proudly Black, was penned in 2014. In it you said, "My experiences have not always been pleasant, but I considered all of them blessings. With countless awards, including buildings named in your honor and in recognition of your incomparable service and resolve, you received the 2022 prestigious Spingarn Medal, the highest honor from the NAACP, and the John H. Chafee Trustees Award for Outstanding Achievement in Public Policy from the National Trust for Historic Preservation. You met your late beloved wife, Emily England Clyburn, at South Carolina State and shared a lifetime, 58 years of activism. Your 3 adult daughters, Mignon, Angela, and Jennifer, join you in carrying on her legacy. James E. Clyburn, globally renowned stalwart for justice, victorious foot soldier for freedom and equality for all, noble steward of humanity, your pioneering, passionate life's commitment and contributions continue to leave an indelible blackprint for the nation to follow and emulate in perpetuity. Faith and truth are the bright lights that guide your path. You are a fearless optimist who gives us hope for the America we aspire to be. And it is with heartfelt love and utmost deep abiding respect that we name you a beloved son of the capstone and honor you on the historic 155th commencement, conferring upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. Trustee Godfrey Gill, please present Mr. Bruce A. Karsh. Bruce A. Karsh, groundbreaking entrepreneur, visionary philanthropist, and champion humanitarian. Your intellect, business acumen, and intuitive sensibilities are the hallmarks that have directed your tremendous success in the world of finance and in life. Nearly 3 decades ago, you co-founded Oak Tree Capital Management, a Los Angeles-based global equity firm where you serve as co-chairman and chief investment officer with current listings of $172 billion in assets under management. Together with your wife, Martha L. Karsh, you founded the Karsh Family Foundation and established a pattern of charitable giving that is focused on large donations for the long term to build outstanding educational opportunities and provide financial aid for thousands in need of support in order to achieve lifelong success. Of equal importance is your desire to support and build community for the underserved citizens in the Los Angeles area, surrounding the Wilshire Boulevard Temple, where you created the Karsh Family Social Service Center, which provides the full range of lifeline necessities from health to education. The partnership that you and Martha have embarked upon continues to reap incredible dividends, creating rich pathways to a better life for all. Your donation of $10 million to Howard for the now Karsh STEM Scholars Program made history as the largest ever donation to the university by a single investor. And you doubled down with another $10 million that you gave in 2021 to support the Grace Grant Endowed Fund. And you then introduced me to your friends, the Waltons, who gave us another $20 million for that Grace Fund as well. You are the gift that keeps on giving. Your supreme commitment to excellence and servant leadership is evident in your extraordinary life of professional accomplishment and philanthropy. Duke University was where you got your start, graduating summa cum laude and Phi Beta Kappa before moving on to the University of Virginia School of Law, where you met your wife. Both your alma maters have been the beneficiaries of your service in various capacities as well as investments from the Karsh Family Foundation. A trustee emeritus of Duke University, you were chairman of the board for Duke's Endowment, DUMAC LLC, for nearly a decade. Duke has been the recipient of more than $100 million from your foundation, with most being slated for financial aid. The Office of Undergraduate Financial Support was named for the Karsh family, as is the Karsh Alumni and Visitors Center. The University of Virginia received a $50 million donation to establish the Karsh Institute of Democracy, scheduled to open in 2026. Your stellar reputation has included exciting career accomplishments, including Managing Director of TCW Asset Management Company, Assistant to the Chairman of Sun America Incorporated, an attorney with the law firm of O. Melveni and Myers, and a clerkship for the Honorable Anthony M. Kennedy, then of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit and now retired Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. In addition, you are a minority owner of the NBA Golden State Warriors. And an avid rock and roll memorabilia collector who owns the rights to the Beatles movie A Hard Day's Night and co-owns the rights to Help. You and Martha are the proud parents of 3 adult children who have been raised to embrace the Koch family philosophy of philanthropy to benefit this nation and the world. Buse Koch, esteemed financial titan, you are an incomparable pioneering leader in philanthropy and life. Your humanitarian servant leadership and phenomenal success and achievements have created an immeasurable benefit to millions of people. The world is a better place because you graciously share your unique talents and gifts. Howard University is elated to name you a beloved son of the capstone. You are an outstanding exemplar of our cherished core values, leadership, excellence, truth, and service. And so it is with utmost respect and heartfelt gratitude that we honor you on the historic occasion of our 155th commencement, conferring upon you the degree Doctor of Humanities, honoris causa. Congratulations. Those Lakers. Trustee Donald Christian, please present Ms. Martha L. Cash. Martha L. Cash, magnificent, creative, humanitarian, innovative philanthropist and entrepreneur, pioneering, resourceful community, health and social services activist, you give fresh new life and meaning to President John F. Kennedy's quote, "To whom much is given, much is required." More than 2 decades ago, your vital vision and motivated passion led you to co-found with your husband, Buse Koch, the Koch Family Foundation, in support of all levels of education, research, and scholarship. In 2020, the foundation, as you heard, honored Howard with its largest ever donation for the Bison STEM Scholars Program, now named after you, the Koch STEM Scholars Program. The success of the program's mission to increase the number of underrepresented students earning a PhD or combined MD PhD in a STEM discipline has been transformed and solidified for generations to come with your generous gift. A portion of the gift also created the Lomax KIPP scholarships to provide a debt-free college education at Howard with financial aid for graduates of KIPP, the Knowledge is Power program, a nationwide network of top-performing public charter schools in undeserved communities. Lomax KIPP College scholarships are named in honor of Michael L. Lomax, the CEO and president of the United Negro College Fund, who introduced you to Howard and the HBCU's valuable contribution to the global society. And I believe Mr. Lomax is here today, so if he can stand so that we can recognize him. The Koch Family Foundation support of HBCUs will be a motivating example for other major charitable organizations to reach beyond the current purview and expand opportunities for giving in similar ways. Impressed with the university and its mission of excellence in producing servant leaders in all disciplines, the Koch Family Foundation made another historic gift, as I mentioned, to support and expand the Grace Grant Program launched in 2014. Graduation, retention, and access to continued excellence, allowing more students to receive the maximum Pell Grant amount to matriculate and graduate on time. You said, Bruce and I are excited to support Howard University's Great Grant Endowed Fund, which offers an extraordinary opportunity to change the lives of incredibly talented students. We are investing in the next generation of great leaders. An active national board member of the KIPP Foundation, you are an attorney, co-founder of the Los Angeles architecture design firm Clark & Koch, and have used your expertise in extensive work with nonprofits. Your substantial support to KIPP included chairing the KIPP Social Public Schools Trustees and successfully leading multi-million growth campaign in Los Angeles, among several other initiatives. A graduate of the University of Virginia and the University of Virginia Law School, you co-chair the bicentennial Honor the Future campaign for the University of Virginia, and you are a trustee emeritus of the University of Virginia Law School Foundation, where you and Bruce have invested millions of dollars in support of the pursuit of a just and equitable society. Martha L. Koch, influential, dynamic philanthropist, beloved humanitarian, and superb community activist leader, you are an awe-inspiring role model to be lauded and emulated. Howard is proud to name you a daughter of the capstone. Your vision for an educated, just society, wherein youth, can achieve the American dream mirrors our cherished core values of leadership, excellence, truth, and service. It is with heartfelt respect and deep abiding gratitude that we humbly honor you on the historic occasion of our 155th commencement, conferring upon you the degree Doctor of Humanities, honoris causa. Congratulations. Vice Chair Mark Mason, please present the Honorable Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. The Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, renowned social and political leader, pioneering statesman and scholar. Esteemed scientist, your noble vision, stellar intellect, and dynamic servant leadership have propelled you throughout a lifetime of illustrious achievements as you serve the more than 1.5 million citizens of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago as Prime Minister, the first Tobagonian and seventh in the history of your country. You led the People's National Movement to victory in the general election of 2015 and won re-election in 2020. For more than 3 decades, you have been a member of the House of Representatives for Diego Martin West in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. Since 1981, you have been a major player in the political arena of your country. Most notably, you have continued to strengthen the partnership between Trinidad and Tobago and the United States through our shared interests in many areas, including security, energy, education, agriculture, and the arts. During your tenure as chairman of the Conference of Heads of Governments of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, you have emphasized this important partnership as well as the deeply rooted ties between the two countries, with numerous native-born West Indians living and contributing to the health and wealth of the United States and vice versa. Also, your enterprising efforts have fostered regional integration among Caribbean countries, including Barbados, Jamaica, and Guyana. Well versed in the history of the Caribbean and the Americas, even before the United States became an independent nation, you often impart lessons of little-known facts about the relationship in your speeches and conversations. The Republic of Trinidad and Tobago has experienced welcome growth. Government policies implemented to promote diversification, investments, and tax incentives for small business have increased the rate of economic growth. Energy reforms are also at the heart of your goals. The National Gas Master Plan promotes renewable energy sources to lessen the country's dependence on fossil fuels and encourages private investment to explore new gas and oil resources. During your tenure, quality education has also been a strong priority with increased school funding as well as more opportunities for vocational training. Under the School Improvement Project, you renovated and upgraded facilities nationwide. Likewise, the number of community centers has expanded with a number of projects within the Diego Martin community you represent. And such centers are crucial to the lifeblood of the citizens, with more than 40 open throughout the country since your first term in office. Infrastructure and healthcare have been central to the well-being of your constituents with improved roads, better access to transportation, upgraded water and sewage systems, and expanded medical care. Your exemplary handling of the COVID-19 pandemic has been heralded for saving lives and lessening the overall spread as much as possible thanks to your quick and incisive actions. A native of Tobago raised in humble beginnings by your grandparents, you credit your upbringing for the values and integrity that mark your character today. Before entering the political arena, you distinguished yourself as a scientist, earning a Bachelor of Science degree in Geology and Geography from the University of the West Indies, Mona, Jamaica, a Master of Science degree in Volcanic Stratigraphy from the University of West Indies, St. Augustine, and a doctorate degree in geology, specializing in geochemistry. Besides being a volcanologist, you are also known as a masterful storyteller. Your autobiography, Mason Hall to Whitehall, was written and published after you first became Prime Minister. Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, we proudly name you a beloved son of the capstone. Your steadfast progressive activism, visionary, purposeful dedication, and passionate commitment to humanity are the hallmarks that have marked your phenomenal servant leadership of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Howard University celebrates your living legacy of achievement and applauds you as a shining example of our cherished core values: leadership, excellence, truth, and service. You have encouraged me to establish an Eric Williams Endowed Chair at Howard University in Caribbean Studies, and that is something that in my post-retirement I will continue to pursue. It is with utmost respect and heartfelt gratitude that we honor you on the historic occasion of our 155th commencement, conferring upon you the degree Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. Trustee Danette Howard, please present Dr. A. Eugene Washington. I think I've awarded 60-something honorary degrees. I don't think I've ever awarded one to somebody happier to receive one than Dr. Washington. Dr. A. Eugene Washington, an illustrious, globally renowned clinical and medical educator, astute and accomplished administrator, resourceful and productive researcher and healthcare innovator. The magnitude of your magnificent career, more than 30 years in the field of medicine and education, has broken barriers and shattered the glass ceiling. Your historic place in the annals of this nation was established through your exceptional leadership at 3 major health systems, where your visionary efforts have transformed and propelled each entity to new levels of excellence and service. In your current role as Chancellor for Health Affairs and the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Duke University Health System, you have crafted a one-of-a-kind strategic plan to move toward clinical improvement beyond medical care alone. In concert, you also spearheaded a coalition of public and private partnerships to launch Healthy Durham 2020, a foundational component of the Strategic Community Impact Plan, SCIP. With Duke Provost Sally Kornberg, you co-led the creation and launch of a university-wide effort to elevate and sustain excellence in the sciences, which birthed Duke Science and Technology. Duke University President Vincent E. Price said, Gene Washington's tenure will be remembered as among the most consequential periods in the history of Duke Health, both in its achievement and for its exemplary demonstration of leadership in moments of challenge. Your unsurpassed pioneering leadership further includes Vice Chancellor of Health Sciences at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, Dean of the David Geffen School of Medicine, Chief Executive Officer of the UCLA Health System, and Distinguished Professor of Gynecology and Health Policy at UCLA. At the University of California, San Francisco, you were Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost for 6 years, Chair of the Department of Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences, co-founder of UCSF's Medical Effectiveness Research Center for Diverse Populations, serving as Director until 2005, and also co-founder of the UCSF Stanford Evidence-Based Practice Center, serving as its first director until 2002. At the Centers for Center Disease Control and Prevention, your work on the prevention and control of sexually transmitted diseases and research on women's health significantly shaped and improved national guidelines of care. You are a universal thought leader and staunch authority, advocate for the complete academic modernization of health systems that will result in advanced models of education, research, clinical care, and community engagement. Your illustrious career continues to raise the bar and set new models for servant leadership as you champion best health outcomes and innovations to better train our future leaders in medicine. A UCLA colleague said he is a deep and tireless optimist who can wrestle the silver lining out of even the darkest cloud. Gene has proven that the strongest leaders combine a deep moral conviction and an unwavering commitment to excellence with genuine human warmth, compassion, and humor. A native of Houston, Texas, the youngest of 5 children, to a minister father and homemaker mother, you credit the nurturing support of family and community your parents fostered as the foundation of your core values, which set your path for achievement and service, and remain your compass to this day. Throughout your career, you've been recognized for your optimism, energy, and humility, avoiding the spotlight of self to emphasize the overall team and organization collaborative efforts, while steering others to take up the mantle of leadership. After completing undergraduate studies here at Howard University, you graduated from the UCSF School of Medicine in 1976 and completed residency training at Stanford University. You earned graduate degrees at both UC Berkeley and Harvard Schools of Public Health. In 1997, you were elected to the Institute of Medicine of the National Academy of Sciences and served on the Executive Committee of the IOM Governing Council, among other executive board affiliations. You and your wife, Maria, the proud parents of 3 adult children, son Brooks and 2 daughters, Carolyn and Erin. A. Eugene Washington, beloved son of the capstone, dedicated humanitarian, your pioneering, inventive spirit, creative intellect, superb integrity, and motivated commitment have guided you to set a standard of excellence in medicine, health, and service that will light the path of those to come for generations. We applaud your activism, insight, and fortitude, the hallmarks of your stellar achievements in life. It is with utmost respect and loving gratitude that we most humbly honor you on the historic occasion of our 155th commencement, conferring upon you the degree Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations. Trustee Minnie Baylor Henry, please present Ms. Honorary Pratt-Wiley. Honorary Pratt-Wiley, globally renowned entrepreneur and visionary extraordinaire, dynamic influential agent for progressive change, passionate servant leader, and diversity expert, corporate business marketing maven, committed humanitarian. You were president and CEO of the Partnership Incorporated in Boston, Massachusetts, where you built a unique company to guide the corporate business sector in understanding, embracing, and hiring an inclusive and diverse workforce, while assisting people of color in gaining access to careers previously closed to them. At the helm of the partnership for 15 years, you breathed a new life and perspective into the company founded in the 1980s, which resulted in overwhelming success of working with more than 300 partners and assisting more than 4,000 African-American professionals in gaining employment and leadership development in the corporate world. Your unparalleled efforts and passionate contributions fostering diversity and mentorship have forever improved the very fabric of business and society in this nation and beyond. In 2019, your son, Pat Wiley, was chosen as president and CEO of the partnership. You remain dedicated to the core values of servant leadership and are now principal of the Wiley Group, while serving as a corporate director and trustee for several companies. In reflection, you said the partnership impacted the lives of literally hundreds of thousands of professionals of color in the city. An ardent proponent of finding one's passion, you mentor and advise others to create not simply a better life for self, but to build community in addition to one's profession in order to leave a lasting legacy as you have so humbly accomplished. In future recognition of your expertise and talents, President Joseph R. Biden has appointed you to serve on the Presidential Advisory Commission on Advancing Educational Equity, Excellence, and Economic Opportunity for Black Americans. Trustee Emerita Wiley, your Howard University alma mater, is a proud beneficiary of your expertise and largesse with your dedicated service on the Board of Trustees from 2009 to 2021, including as Vice Chair of the Board for 5 years, Chair of the Governance and Academic Excellence Committees, and a member of several other committees. You were lauded for your leadership of the Board Transition Committee, while also serving as Vice Chair of the Search Committee for the 17th President of Howard University. I'm not sure if that was a good thing or not. A native Washingtonian with activist parents, you recall a poignant moment when your father, Judge Carlisle Pratt, celebrating the enactment of Brown versus the Board of Education, explained to you at 8 years old and your 11-year-old sister, Sharon Pratt Dixon, the significance of this law. You both would now be able to pursue whatever path in life you desired. You said, "My father taught us we should make a contribution in some way, and that responsibility comes along with success." You took these words of wisdom to heart and continue to live out your dreams and goals while building community and leaders at every juncture. You have the distinction of a successful marriage as well as a working partnership with your husband of 52 years, Fletcher Flash Wiley, where you support each other in business, volunteerism, and community development. You jointly received the 2023 Public Service Award from the Boston Bar Foundation for exemplary leadership in community service and philanthropy. After graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in marketing from Howard, you earned a Master of Business Administration at the Harvard University School of Business and embarked on work as a consultant in the corporate world before your tenure at the partnership. You and your daughter, B.J. Wiley Williams, are the first African-American mother-daughter duo to graduate from the Harvard Business School, where you were one of 28 women out of a 1972 class of 800. Benary Pratt Wiley, beloved daughter of the capstone, your vision and intellect, formidable, dynamic leadership, integrity, and courageous trailblazing spirit of determination are the hallmarks that have established you as the supreme servant leader whose work continues to benefit America and the global community, forever improving lives in perpetuity. You are an exceptional role model to be emulated as you epitomize our cherished core values of leadership, excellence, truth, and service. So it is with deep abiding love, utmost respect, and heartfelt gratitude that we honor you on the historic occasion of our 155th commencement, conferring upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. Chairman Lawrence Morse, please present the orator, the Honorable Joseph R. Biden, Jr., the 46th President of the United States of America. The Honorable Joseph R. Biden, Jr., revered statesman and committed champion of justice, gracious guardian of humanity, noble patron of peace, you stand in truth, power, integrity, and are blessed in the glory of God. You are #1 on the global stage as the 46th President of the United States, a magnificent commander-in-chief, expertly leading America in making monumental innovations and passing legislation to improve the quality of life for all. Moreover, you stand firm and focused in achieving productive results and significant solutions, born of a sincere desire to leave an awesome legacy for our beloved nation. Admired for your sound analytical intellect and open embrace of all, your popularity on both sides of the aisle of the United States led to your illustrious reputation and outstanding service of 36 years as a Democratic senator from Delaware, beginning at the tender age of 29. On the Senate Judiciary Committee for 16 years as both chairman and a ranking member, you have been lauded for writing and leading the legislative effort resulting in the passage of the landmark Violence Against Women Act, which provides unprecedented resources for assault survivors and has led to a critical conversation on domestic and sexual crimes across our country. Your concern for your fellow citizens, their health, education, opportunity, environment, and total welfare as the 47th Vice President in the Obama administration and now as a leader of the free world is marked by the same tenacity and stellar success that you have demonstrated throughout your legislative career and life. Making good on another of your campaign promises and achieving what your predecessors could not, you signed into law the historic $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill, providing sorely needed funds for public works projects to keep America moving forward. Heeding the call to serve the whole of this nation, you are truly walking the walk in all areas. The American Bar Association reported that more than any other Oval Office holder, you have nominated and secured confirmation of more women and racially diverse attorneys to the federal bench, totaling 68 some 68 black, Latino, or Asian Americans today, with Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson as the most high-profile first black woman in the U.S. Supreme Court. You continue the pillars identified at the start of your presidency: the battle for the soul of our nation, the need to rebuild our middle class, the backbone of our country, and a call for unity to act as one America. A native of Scranton, Pennsylvania, you grew up in Claremont, Delaware, graduated from the University of Delaware and Syracuse Law School before serving on the Newcastle County Council. Your wife, a lifelong educator, Dr. Jill Biden, has been by your side through tragedy and triumph for 46 years as you have raised 3 adult children, Hunter, Bo, and daughter Ashley. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., Howard University is most honored and pleased to name you a favorite son of the capstone as we salute and hold in our highest esteem your unmatched record for justice, empowerment, and the peaceful advancement of humanity throughout the world. We revere, commend, and proudly applaud your magnificent life of leadership and contributions that will inure to the benefit of America and the global community for time immemorial. It is with heartfelt respect and immense pride that we honor you on the historic occasion of our 155th commencement as orator, conferring upon you the degree Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations and Godspeed.
Thank you, Mr. President, for that introduction. Dr. Morris, thank you for the incredible honorary degree. And thank you, President Frederick, for the invitation and for your leadership in your alma mater. Serena, student body president, College of Pharmacy, class speaker. And just remember, when you're President of the United States and they say Joe Biden's out in the waiting room to say hello, promise me you will not say Joe who. Right? You all think I'm kidding. To the distinguished faculty and staff, thank you for having me, and to the parents and families of the class of 2023, congratulations. And by the way, we will get to giving you your degrees. I promise that's coming. You are here with the heart and through the heartache, through blood, sweat, and tears of everything that's come before, for everything yet to come. You're here at the new moment of hope and possibilities. For graduates, before we begin, as mentioned many times, tomorrow's Mother's Day. Stand for your mothers and grandmothers. Stand and thank you. Where I come from, moms rule. To my friend, and he is my friend, Congressman Jim Clyburn. The thing that I admire most about you, Jim, is your absolute integrity in everything you do. In everything you do. This is a man of honor. I attended South Carolina State University's commencement as Jim received his degree he earned 60 years ago, but never got a chance to receive it in person. Jim, it's an honor to join you here today and receive an honorary degree from this great university. And it's truly special to join fellow honorees, Prime Minister Raleigh. Mr. Prime Minister, I didn't know you were so talented. I just thought you were a foreign policy, Latin American guy. We got to talk. All kidding aside, thank you for being a strong partner in the Caribbean and for addressing climate change and supporting democracies across the Western Hemisphere. I'm also honored that there's a person here today, Dr. Tony Allen. He's president of my home state, BCU, Delaware State University, where I got politically started. I was fortunate to have Tony as a Senate staffer for a long time. Then he got his PhD, had a distinguished career in business, and became president of HBCU. Now Tony chairs my White House Board of Advisors on HBCUs, which is designed to support and advance HBCU excellence with a lot more money. I'm also proud to say that we're the first White House to formally convene where the real power is, the Divine Nine. Well, y'all think I'm kidding. Not a joke. The Divine Nine not only has a seat at the table, we definitely hear you at the table. And they're our first time ever at the White House, permanently. So folks, in 2023, I'm truly honored to be here at Howard. Chartered 156 years ago by an act of Congress just after emancipation of the Civil War. Founded on a hilltop in Washington, D.C., the Mecca. Always promoting excellence, leadership, and truth and service. It really has. A proving ground for future leaders of science, medicine, education, business, faith, arts, entertainment, public service. Trailblazing intellectuals, lawyers, doctors. The first black, I might say, Vice President of the United States of America. Say that again. Kamala sends her love, and she sent a clear message that today I have the privilege, she points out, of speaking at the real HU. Now you realize that's going to cost me at home. There's enormous pride in this university. Founded in the verses of the Howard Anthem, and I quote, "Reared against the eastern sky, proudly there on hilltop high, there she stands for truth and right, sending forth her rays of light." It matters. It matters. It matters. We're living through one of the most consequential moments in our history, with fundamental questions at stake for our nation. Who are we? What do we stand for? What do we believe? Who will we be? You're going to help answer those questions. Let me take you back to January 2009. I stood in Wilmington, Delaware on the train station of Amtrak, carrying my folder, waiting to be picked up by a guy named Barack Obama. The first black man elected president of the United States. I was there to join him as vice president on the way to the historic inauguration in Washington. A moment of extraordinary hope, but also as I stood there, and this is the God's truth, I couldn't help think about another day I stood there. It wasn't much more than your age. I just got out of law school. I'd gone to work for a big firm, but my state, because of when Dr. King was assassinated, my city parts were burned to the ground. We had a very conservative governor. He stationed the National Guard in every corner with drawn bayonets for 10 months. I quit and became a public defender. I used to have to introduce my clients. Oh, I was not so noble. I had to interview my clients down at the Wilmington train station when they were arrested. On the east side, that's where they'd be taken. In the aftermath of the riots that burned Wilmington following his assassination. In 2009, while waiting for Barack, I was both living history at the same time I was reliving it. A vivid demonstration when it comes to race in America. Hope doesn't travel alone. It's shadowed by fear, by violence, and by hate. But after the election and the re-election of the first black American president, I had hope that the fear, violence, and hate was significantly losing ground. After no longer being vice president, I became a professor at the University of Pennsylvania for 4 years. But in 2017, in Charlottesville, Virginia, crazed neo-Nazis and angry faces came out of the fields literally with torches, carrying Nazi banners from the woods and the fields, chanting the same anti-Semitic bile heard across Europe in the 30s, something I never thought I would ever see in America. Accompanied by Klansmen and white supremacists, emerging from dark rooms and remote fields and the anonymity of the internet, confronting decent Americans of all backgrounds, standing in their way into the bright light of day. And a young woman, objecting to their presence, was killed. What did you hear? That famous quote when asked about what happened. The famous quote, "There are very fine people on both sides." That's when I knew, and I'm not joking, that's when I knew I had to stay engaged and get back into public life. No, I don't say it for that reason. I say it for the journey. I don't have to tell you that fearless progress towards justice often meets ferocious pushback from the oldest and most sinister of forces. That's because hate never goes away. I thought when I graduated we could defeat hate, but it never goes away. It only hides under the rocks. And when it's given oxygen, it comes out from under that rock. That's why we know this truth as well. Silence is complicity. It cannot remain silent. We have to live through this battle for the soul of the nation. And it is still a battle for the soul of the nation. What is the soul of a nation? Well, I believe the soul is the breath, the life, the essence of who we are. The soul makes us us. The soul of America is what makes us unique among all nations. We're the only country founded on an idea, not geography, not religion, not ethnicity, but an idea. The sacred proposition rooted in Scripture and enshrined in the Declaration of Independence that we're all created equal in the image of God and deserve to be treated equally throughout our lives. While we've never fully lived up to that promise, we never before fully walked away from it. We know that American history has not always been a fairy tale. From the start, it's been a constant push and pull for more than 240 years between the best of us, the American ideal that we're all created equal, and the worst of us, the harsh reality that racism has long torn us apart. It's a battle that's never really over. But on the best days, enough of us have the guts and the hearts to stand up for the best in us, to choose love over hate, unity over disunion, progress over retreat, to stand up against the poison of white supremacy, as I did my inaugural address, to single out as the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy. And I'm not saying this because I'm at a black HBCU. I say it wherever I go. To stand up for truth over lies, lies told for power and profit. To confront the ongoing assault to subvert our elections, suppress our right to vote. That assault came just as you cast your first ballots in 20 and 22. Record turnouts. You delivered historic progress. I made it clear that Americans of all backgrounds, have an obligation to call out political violence that has been unleashed and emboldened. As was mentioned already, bomb threats to this very university and HBCUs across the country. To put democracy on the ballot, to reject political extremism and reject political violence, protect fundamental rights and freedom for women to choose, for transgender children to be free, for affordable health care and housing, for the right to raise your family and retire with dignity. To stand with leaders of your generation who give voice to the people, demanding action on gun violence, only to be expelled from state legislative bodies. To stand against books being banned and Black history being erased. I'm serious, think about it. To stand up for the best in us. Today I come here to Howard to continue the work to redeem the soul of this nation, because it's here where I see the future, and it's not hyperbole. We can finally resolve those ongoing questions about who we are as a nation that put strength of our diversity at the center of American life. The future that celebrates and learns from history. A future for all Americans. A future I see you leading, and I'm not, again, exaggerating. You are going to be leading it. Again, let's be clear. There are those who don't see you, who don't want this future. There are those who demonize and pit people against one another. And there are those who do anything and everything, no matter how desperate or immoral, to hold on to power. That's never going to be an easy battle. But I know this, the oldest, most sinister forces may believe they'll determine America's future, but they are wrong. We will determine America's future. You will determine America's future. And that's not hyperbole. No graduating class gets to choose the world into which they graduate. Every class enters the history of a nation up to the point has been written by others. A few classes, once in every several generations, enters at a point in our history where it actually has a chance to change the trajectory of the country. You face that inflection point today. And I know you'll meet the moment. I just think about the many ways you already have. With your voices and votes, I was able to fulfill my commitment to put the first black woman on the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And by the way, she's brighter than the rest. She is one bright woman. Because of you, more black women have been appointed to the federal appellate courts than under every other president in American history combined. And by the way, I mean it. I mean it because of you. Because of you. You turned out. You spoke up. You knew. You showed up and the votes counted. And you made people say, whoa, wait a minute. What price will I pay if I don't do the following? You feel the promise and peril of climate change. Because of you, we're making the biggest investment ever in the history of the world in climate change. Don't ever think your voice doesn't matter. I'm keeping my promise that no one should be in jail merely because of using and possessing marijuana. Their record should be expunged. Just expunged. My student debt relief plan would help tens of millions of people, especially those on Pell Grants. 70% of black college students receive Pell Grants. Many of you, the savings would be significant in even wiping out student debt completely for some. But this new Republican Party is dead set against it, suing my administration to stop you from getting student debt relief. The same opposition received relief loans, I might add, to keep their businesses afloat during the pandemic. Members of the Congress worth thousands, even millions of dollars, most of which didn't have to be paid back. Yet, they say it's okay for them, but not for you. I find it outrageous. To reduce your student debt service payments when you graduate, we're also ensuring that no one with an undergraduate loan today or in the future will have to pay more than 5% of discretionary income to repay their loans, down from 10, and in 20 years is gone. Republican officials are fighting that as well. But I'll always keep fighting for you, and many others will, and many in the Republican Party as well will fight for you. We also know there's more to do. Because of your power, we took the most significant law on gun violence. We passed it, the most significant law in 30 years. But we will not give up. I got the assault weapons ban passed 30 years ago, and we're going to pass it again. We must pass it. There's more to do on police reform and public safety. During the State of the Union, I asked the rest of the country to imagine having to talk to their children, their families, like your families had to talk to you. It's about your security. It's about your dignity. It's demeaning and degrading and deadly when you have to stand there and say, when you're stopped, turn the interior light on. Put both hands on the wheel. Don't reach for your license. What in the hell's going on? No. Think about it. I ask all the parents, not minority children, ask what they would say, what they would do. I know you're frustrated because there's so many elected officials who refuse to pass a law that will do something. Kamala and I stood next to the family of George Floyd and the civil rights leaders and law enforcement officials to sign the executive order I came up with requiring the key elements of the George Floyd bill be applied to federal law enforcement. Banning chokeholds, restricting no-knock warrants, establishing a database for police misconduct, advancing effective and accountable community policing that builds public trust. And we'll keep fighting to pass the reforms nationwide. Equal justice is a covenant we have with each other. It must not just be an ideal, it has to be a reality. You're leading the way on this and so much more. That's why Kamala and I are so committed to investing in you and HBCUs. HBCUs help produce 40% of black engineers, 50% of black lawyers, 70% of black doctors and dentists, 80% of black judges. Look, we see HBCU excellence in every day with staff at every level of the White House and the administration. Because I decided when I was elected, I promised I was going to have my administration look like America. But we all know that HBCUs don't have the same endowments and funding as other major colleges and universities. For example, denying the opportunity to build and fund research labs that will lead to new technologies and good-paying jobs. That's why I asked them, we've invested $6 billion in counting in HBCUs, including to create new research and development labs that prepare students for jobs in the future in high-income fields from cybersecurity, engineering, biochemistry, healthcare. Standing here, I think the last time I came to Howard with President Frederick and others was in my final year as Vice President, to host the Cancer Moonshot on campus, because you're leading the way. You're the scientists, the doctors, the advocates who bring and do big things like ending cancer as we know it, and even curing some cancers, which we're on our way of doing. You're the diplomats and global citizens, making democracy work for people around the world. Lawyers defending our rights, artists shaping our culture. Fearless journalists, this is real though, this is what you're doing. Fearless journalists and intellectuals pursuing the truth and challenging convention. You're the leaders of tomorrow, but it's coming on you really quickly. Because of you, I see a future we can finally move away from the narrow and cramped view that the promise of America is a zero-sum game. If you succeed, I fail. If you get ahead, I fall behind. Maybe worst of all, if I can't hold you down, I can't lift myself up. Instead of what it should be. If you do well, we all do well. That's what I see. That's what I see in America. And more Americans are. The future of possibilities for all Americans. Look, no matter that future, what it holds, my sincere hope is that each of you find the sweet spot between happiness, success, and ambition. A good life, a life of purpose. Because here's the thing, you don't know where or what fate will bring you or when. You just have to keep going. You have to just keep the faith. You have to just get up. And you can find the balance between ambition and happiness and success. That good life, a purpose, a family. And as you know here at Howard, of excellence, leadership, and truth and service. There's no quit in you. There's no quit in America. So let me close with this. in our lives, in the life of the nation. We know that fear can shadow hope. But it's also true that hope can defeat fear. In January 2021, I stood in the U.S. Capitol to be inaugurated as President of the United States. Just days before, on that very spot, a violent insurrection took place, a dagger at the throat of democracy. For the first time in our history, an attempt to stop the peaceful transfer of power in this country. And they failed. Our democracy held. Again, hope prevailed. And this time, I was standing with a black woman about to take a 2-mile procession down Pennsylvania Avenue as President and Vice President of the United States of America. And who was marching alongside her? The Howard University Marching Band in lockstep and solidarity. I give my word as a bride. Class of 2023, you're the reason I'm so optimistic about the future. And I give my word, I really mean it. You're part of the most gifted, tolerant, talented, best educated generation in American history. That's a fact. And it's your generation, more than anyone else's, will answer the questions for America. Who are we? What do we stand for? What do you believe? What do we believe? What do we want to be? I'm not saying you have to share this burden all on your own. The task at hand ahead is the work of all of us. But what I am saying is, you represent the best of us. And that's the God's truth. You represent the best of us. Your generation will not be ignored, will not be shunned, will not be silenced. So on the hilltop high, keep standing for truth and right, and send your rays of light. Congratulations to you all. We need you. God bless you, and may God protect our troops.
The Howard University Chorale will perform an arrangement by Eric Opool, Don't You Let Nobody Turn You Around. Darlie Sinnott will serve as the soprano soloist.